engines on the rise, taking us with him through virtual skies. Sits in his cockpit lit by a screen, fly in the skies where he's never been. Twitch chat buzzing like a tower call, an 83 Fox, he's got it all. With his wings of code, his heart of flight, he's soaring high, chasing the night. Oh man, A3 Foxtrot, master of the air, gliding through the clouds like he's really there. Joystick in hand, engines on the rise, taking us with him through virtual skies.
To jets, he pilots them all. A captain of pixels, he answers their call. He loops, he banks, he dives with grace. The sky's his stage, his cockpit's the place.
Turbulence shakes, alarms might scream, but he's steady as a dream. Chat throws jokes, can you stick the land? He winks and says, I've got this plan. Oh, and an A3 Foxtrot, master of the air, gliding through the clouds like he's really there. Joystick in hand, engines on the rise, taking us with him through virtual skies. Sits in his cockpit lit by a screen, fly in the skies where he's never been. Twitch chat buzz.
Hello again, everyone. Michael here with Felicity. November 8033 Fox, a Cessna flight training device that I built right here at home. It is Sunday, the 23rd of November, 2025. I do hope you are all well and safe wherever you may be around the world. We are getting kind of a late start this evening. Had a lot of things going on earlier today, but fortunately the event does run relatively late here in the eastern U.S. It runs to about 1 a.m. So I still have about 2.5 hours of arrival window time for this event that we're going to join here. And without further ado, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the event for the Virtual USA Flying Club. This is the 6th annual Plymouth, Massachusetts Thanksgiving Fly-In. Sunday, November 23rd, 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is the arrival window. Our choice of departure airport and of destination is Kilo Papa Yankee Mike Plymouth Municipal Airport in Plymouth, Massachusetts. So that's sort of our plan for this evening. And JJ, hello, my friend. Welcome in. Pleasure to have you again. Hope your weekend has gone well thus far. The event briefing goes to talk about permissible aircraft, various airports you might want to check out along the way. A little bit of history about the Plymouth Municipal Airport. Bit of history about Thanksgiving, and sectional information. And this might be neat to try and see. And Plymouth Rock. I don't know if we'll actually be able to see it, but it looks like it's actually right there along the coastline, northeast of our field there. So that might work out if we can try and see Plymouth Rock here. And if we can't, we can't. But it does look like it's pretty much on our way. A little bit more information about the class Bravo. Event notes. VFR only. Okay. Any airport for departure, as long as we get to the arrival window. Fly whatever time in the sim, but with day settings. Okay. No flight following is needed, but you need to establish two-way comms with Providence approach if going through the class Charlie. Okay. Alright, talks about Bravo transitions. Talks a bit more about the Bravo airspace. Looks like there's a restricted area in the area there. We'll keep an eye out for that. Standard left-hand traffic pattern at Plymouth, which is non-towered. Okay. CTAF is 122.725. Okay. Adhere to the rules, adhere to event etiquette. More about frequencies. Schedule. Okay. Bit about scenery. Okay, it should be good to go there. I think we have just about everything that we need. I do have us loaded in here at Portsmouth at Pease, and I don't know if we're gonna even have any ATC at this time of day. But if we do, we'll have to get a departure clearance southbound, and then we'll try and get a Bravo clearance to transition Boston Bravo north to south along the shoreline there. Iowa Scotsman, hello, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Welcome in. Getting ready to embark on our way to Plymouth, Massachusetts for the 6th annual Virtual USA Flying Club Thanksgiving fly-in event. So that is the plan. So let's head on over to the aircraft. Pre-flight in, walk around has already been completed, so we should be able to just get in and get things started up. I will see you over there momentarily. Thank you so much for coming in.
Gate is up. Mic check when ready.
All right. Hello again, everyone. Welcome aboard Felicity. My name's Michael. I will be your pilot today from Portsmouth at Pease International down to Plymouth Municipal for the 6th annual Virtual USA Flying Club Thanksgiving Fly-In. And we do have Shirley, our AI co-pilot, on board with us today. Say hello, Shirley. How are you doing?
Hey there. Doing great. Happy to be along for the ride. Ready when you are?
Okay, sounds good. Um, let's see. Fuel is done. Walk around was already done. So that part is good to go there. Final walk around, okay. Tech time is 1106. Essentially 6.0. It's like right between 5.9 and 6.0. Circuit breakers are all in. Alternate static airs in. And we'll move right along to our startup checklist here. Seat track. Okay, let's get scooted up so we can reach the flight controls, but don't interfere. It feels good there. Avionics are off. Autopilot is off. Carb heat is off. Mixture is gonna go full rich. Throttle slate. Okay. Primer. Okay. 1, 2. 2 should be good. Okay. Primer is in and locked. Master's gonna go on. Beacon on. Brakes on. Mags are gonna go to start right away. I'm looking for engine oil pressure and RPM. Here we go. Clear. Okay. And we do have engine oil pressure and engine RPM. Let's go ahead and turn our landing light on so that we can be seen here. And that completes our startup checklist. Moving right along to our pre-taxi and taxi checklist. Seat belts, let's get seat belts on. Flaps up, avionics on. Jake from Area 51 had his first solo today. Outstanding. And got his first see ya from ATC.
TOS system test okay.
It looks like ATIS here would be 132.05. Let's try that frequency and see what that comes in. 0.05.
Portsmouth, information, Sierra, 1815 Zulu. Arriving runway 16, departing runway 16, wind light and variable, visibility 8 miles, no significant cloud, temperature -1, dew point -1, altimeter 2989. Be advised, towering cumulus observed nearby. Advise on initial contact you have, information, Sierra.
Oh man, I think
Portsmouth, information, Sierra, 1815 Zulu. Arriving runway 16, departing runway 16, wind light and variable, visibility 8 miles, no significant cloud, temperature -1, dew point -1, altimeter 2989. Be advised, towering cumulus observed nearby. Advise on initial contact you have, information, Sierra.
Information Sierra.
Portsmouth, information, Sierra, 1815 Zulu. Arriving runway 16, departing runway 16, wind light and variable, visibility 8 miles, no significant cloud, temperature -1, dew point -1, altimeter 2989. Be advised.
Temperature -1 and dew point -1. Temperature and dew point are exactly the same there. There is no spread there whatsoever. That tells me that we do have a very good recipe for cloud formation. And when we have you know, that much moisture content in the air, we also have a good recipe for icing as well. Okay. Alright, so it looks like we're going to be on our own as far as traffic calls go. Going to be on utilizing CTAF for this, from what I can tell. Does not look like we have any ATC online that would benefit us currently. Alright, what are we missing here? Anything? Seatbelts, flaps, avionics, ATIS, AWAS, altimeter is set. Transponder, let's get transponder onto altitude encoding mode. Okay.
Roger.
ADS-B is on. Radio's testing good. Taxi light was good. Brakes were good. Attitude indicator. Turn coordinator will test on the roll here. Let's set our heading indicator to compass, which is, looks like it's right about there. You see that fuel truck there? It kind of came this way. So that's one of the advancements in X-Plane 12.3 is networking of AI traffic in airport vehicles. You know, because we have on the left here we have the visual machine, and then the master machine in the front, and then the visual machine over here. But you know, but the synchronization works great across the X-Plane network. So that's one of the advancements in 12.3. That works out really well. Okay. So what are we doing here? Did that. Okay, we're on our pre-taxi checklist. Heading indicated to compass, did that. Okay. Pre-taxi checklist is essentially complete here. Let's go ahead and get CTAF 128.4. I'm assuming. Let's see here. Common. Unicom is 122.95. I guess we'll use that one then, because it's not telling me the CTAF is tower frequency. Alright, so we'll use 122.905 if we're getting out of here. Because it doesn't look like... Yeah, we have no service overlying us right now. Parking brakes going off. Okay. Next thing's gonna be run up. What was the wind?
Visibility 8 miles. No significant cloud. Temperature -1. Dew point -1. Altimeter 2989. Be advised, towering cumulus observed nearby. Advise on initial contact you have. Information, Sierra.
Towering cumulus.
Portsmouth, information, Sierra. 1815 Zulu. Arriving runway 16. Departing runway 16. Wind, light, and variable. Visibility 8 miles.
Runway 16. Portsmouth at peace. Traffic Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot is at the ramp. Going to be taxiing runway 16 via Alpha Portsmouth. Hey Shirley, how are you doing? Are you ready to go?
Doing good, just hanging out. Ready when you need me.
Alright, sounds good. Alright, so we're gonna taxi down here at runway 16. Seems to be the runway in use right now, according to our X-plane ATIS information. I hope everyone's weekend has went well. I want to thank you for coming in and hanging out with me for a bit this evening as we fly into Plymouth Municipal. Right now we're just making our way down taxiway Alpha down to runway 16. What appears to be a pretty lengthy runway. Realistically, probably could take an intersection. Let's just do that. Let's take an intersection departure. Okay. There's the whole shoreline. Alright, there it is. Okay. So where are we at, Charlie? Yeah, Charlie. Cause this runway is 11,000 feet long. 11,300. So yeah, we got plenty of space even here at Charlie. So, alright, let's do a quick run up. Run up checklist, brakes are on, fuel. Let's get fuel on the boat. Trim. Oh, that's not good. I guess I gotta figure that out now. My flight control's not reading. Yep, definitely gonna have to look into that real quick, cause yep, need that to fly. Unless we flew right seat today. Okay, right side's working. Maybe we'll do that. And then I'll have to restart this at a later point in time. Okay. VATSIM push to talk is working there. Alright, well, let's just do it real quick then. Parking brakes on. And we will swap seats. Okay. Manual brakes on, parking brake off. Let's see what we got here. Brake test. Okay. But I feel like for some reason this side brake isn't working. Alright, let me step out for a minute. I gotta go check some settings and we'll see what's going on here. Yeah, so interestingly, for some reason, neither Windows nor the sim is seeing my pilot side yoke currently. So unfortunately, I might have to restart this real quick and pick back up right where we left off right here. Cause yeah, without primary flight control, it's not really gonna do me any bit of justice. So let's expedite shutdown here. Okay, mixture, lights. Okay, master. Okay, that's on there. Okay, that's off. That's off, and that's off. We'll shut this down here. And then we'll head back to the hangar so I can restart the main PC. Well, so I guess it's better to have discovered that problem before we tried to rotate, yeah. And then possibly have run out of, well, we wouldn't have run out of runway even with, yeah, the 11,000 feet and taken taxiway Charlie for departure. But meanwhile, I do have to restart my X-Plane computer here, unfortunately. So, which means I gotta close all of this stuff out here and restart. And then hopefully, once we get back in, then it will recognize the yoke. And, well, I'm not so much concerned about the co-pilot rotor pedals, but this makes me wonder if one of my USB hubs isn't going out for those to have just not been recognized like that. Which, I mean, it's very possible. They're probably several years old now. They are 26 port powered hubs. I got them off Amazon and relatively inexpensively a few years back, but they do get a lot of use. Okay. Alright, and we'll start up the simulator. Thankfully, I have a batch file that sort of starts everything, starts all of the processes for me. So I just have to run the, execute the one program, and then it will start, the required programs in sequence. And then it brings us right to the main X-Plane window. Okay, new flight. I guess we'll just go back here to the general aviation ramp. And wait for this flight to start. And then once it loads in, we'll head back over to the aircraft, confirm that we actually do have flight controls, and then we'll go ahead and expedite our startup, get things going relatively quickly, and try and get back to where we were. Reading new scenery files. And then once the flight loads, then the two side displays will kick in. Right now they're just kind of in limbo, waiting on the master machine to get back up and going, and then once it reestablishes a connection with the visual, our side displays load in. So, okay, looks like we're good to go. So I will see you back in the aircraft, and we'll see how things are.
Teammate is up. Mic check when ready.
Alright, well, we're back in business there. See, that's just got me wondering if I have a, like I said, a USB hub that's going out. Okay. Let's expedite our startup here. Master, beacon, mixture. We are clear. Brakes are on. Let's get scooted up. Okay, max to start. Here we go. Alright, we have oil pressure and RPM, so that part's good there. Let's get avionics on. And over to here was what, 132.05.
Wind light and variable. Visibility 8 miles. No significant cloud. Temperature -1. Dew point -1. Altimeter 2989er. Be advised, towering cumulus observed nearby. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Bravo.
TOS. System test OK.
Portsmouth information. Bravo. 1740 Zulu. Arriving runway 16. Departing runway 16.
Arriving and departing runway 16. Okay. Here we go. Heading indicator to compass. Portsmouth, NP's traffic scout, gauge 033 Foxtrot, taxiing the runway 16 via Alpha, and we're going to be taking the intersection departure and taxiway Charlie, Portsmouth traffic. Could probably even take Bravo if we wanted. Let's try that. Let's just try Bravo. We can do Bravo. That should give us plenty of space. We're 172. We might go full length if we had ATC on and they were telling us, you know. But right now, since it's just us and the CTAF, I think we'll be alright to take the intersection. Go up here and do a quick run up. Again. Okay, flight control check. Now we're good. Down on the right, up on the left, down on the left, up on the right. Okay, that's good there. Trim, set for takeoff. Okay, mixers in for best power, primers in and locked. Let's go 1600 RPM. Left mag, there's a drop. Back to both. Right mag, there's a drop. Back to both. Carb heat. Pull the power, make sure we can stay running. That looks good there. Okay, back up 1500. Carpet off takes us back up 1600 or so. Suction's in the green. Oil pressure, oil temperature look good. We've got good fuel flow. Alright, let's go ahead and idle back here. That looks good there. Fuel elevation. Is 100 feet. Yeah, 100 feet. Okay. Alright, looks good. Portsmouth at Peace Traffic, Skyhawk 033 Foxtrot. I'm going to be taking runway 16 intersection Bravo for departure Portsmouth traffic. Alright, landing lights gonna go on. Let's go ahead and get our nav lights and strobe lights on. Okay, just for some added visibility there. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Okay, runway 16 looks clear. There,
Approaching
clear.
runway 1634. Entered runway 1634.
Clear there. Alright, short field takeoff. Here we go. Okay. Brakes are on. Full power. Alright. She is ready to go here. Release the brakes. Rudder to compensate for that yaw. Alright, airspeed's coming up. We're in the green. Alright, let's just pop it up here. Light ground effect. Oh. That was a little bit lower than I wanted. Alright, and we do have positive rate. And again, everyone, welcome aboard Felicity. My name is Michael. I will be your pilot today. And we do have Shirley on board with us. Shirley is our AI co-pilot. Say hello, Shirley. How are you?
Hey there. Doing great. Climbing out nicely with you. Good to be along for the ride.
Man, looks like we have some low cloud layers here. This could make things a bit interesting. Yeah, this certainly isn't the type of weather I was hoping for today. Go and get the carb heat on just in case, because we're kind of in a cloud right now. Man, I can't see anything. So yeah, this isn't going to be very conducive weather for our flight. I think I know where I'm at. Alright, so I can see the coastline out of our right window. So that means I am heading southbound. So we are pretty much en route. Hoping to be out of this cloud here real soon. Oh, for some reason we're not on VATSIM. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. the autopilot flying real quick. I gotta go figure out why we're not connected to VATSIM. How we got ourselves disconnected. Alright, so looks like Boston might have come online, at least some of Boston, ground maybe. But there's ATIS available. 135.0.
They call hold short instructions at defined altitudes. Numerous direction cranes in Boston area and in vicinity of Logan Airport. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Charlie.
Alright, so as long as we stay on this course here, on this heading, the first Bravo shelf we come to will be a 3,000 foot floor, 7,000 foot ceiling. So as long as we're under 3,000, we'll be under that shelf. And then the next one is 2,000 feet, and we'll be just on the outside of the inside of that. So if we skirt the outside, we'll still be fine under 3,000. I was hoping to actually overfly Boston, but I don't know if we'll be able to. See, and I don't think I need to talk to Boston Ground to get a transition. Yeah, that wouldn't work out. He wouldn't be able to do that.
Last altitude 5.6 miles.
Yeah, let me tune Boston in here. What is Boston's CTAP? Do we know? Does it even have one? 122.905. That's what I'm on now. That would be funny to just fly over Boston. VFR. guess we can use tower 128.8. And then the Boston VOR 112.7. Let's go ahead and do this real quick.
Boston traffic, FedEx 247 vacated 22 left on Mike 1. Boston traffic.
Alright, so looks like a heading of about 215 will get us to Boston. They do clear you over Boston in real life when they can, VFR. Okay, good to know.
Boston traffic, Southwest 727, clear runway 22 left, Boston.
Yep, that's what we'll do. We will fly directly over the Boston airport. Along the shoreline here. I don't know if you noticed the flickering of the water. That flickering is a result of my ortho photos that I'm using currently not being updated to the X-Plane 12 water technology yet. So I've got quite a few tiles that I need to update for X-Plane 12. Boston traffic. November 8033 Foxtrot, we're type 172, about 12 miles northeast of the field along the shoreline. Just going to transition the airspace north to south at 2000, Boston traffic. Man, I feel like I'm yawning. I don't know why. Like, that's an awful strong wind.
Hold short instructions at assigned altitudes. Numerous construction cranes in Boston area and in vicinity of Logan Airport. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Charlie. Boston Logan Airport ATIS information, Charlie. 0354 Zulu. Web 290 at 10. Visibility 4,000 scattered.
I think visibility is closer to maybe 2,000. Scattered.
Destination ATIS is 135.0.
Oh wow, maybe we can actually go and actually check out Boston. Wobbly One, welcome aboard. Felicity, thanks for the channel follow. My name's Michael. Pleasure to have you on board. We are currently making our way towards Plymouth, Massachusetts. Plymouth Municipal. Well, pattern altitude is 1,019 feet. Yeah, so let's get down there and then we'll cross over. And then we'll fly directly into Boston. And Boston traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot. We're going to be overflying the field east to west at pattern altitude. Boston traffic. Welcome to Boston, Logan. Runway 33 right. See that passing our right strut here. We are flying a Cessna 172 Foxtrot model. It's a bit of an older bird. It's got 145 horsepower. Huh. Oh, Boston doesn't look bad. Well, let's just give ourselves a little tour of Boston, shall we?
Roger that. Nice tour of Boston coming up.
Hey Shirley, what can you tell me about Boston?
Major city, busy airspace. Logan's the big airport. Historic waterfront, lots of landmarks below.
Obstacle ahead. Obstacle ahead. Obstacle ahead. Obstacle ahead. Obstacle ahead. Obstacle ahead.
Apparently, she was adamant about letting us know there was an obstacle ahead. Hey Shirley, I'm flying around Boston here and I see what looks like a suspension bridge crossing a river. It's got two masts to it. Can you tell me anything about that bridge?
That's the Zakim Bridge, crosses the Charles River. Part of the Big Dig project, pretty iconic.
Alright, thank you for that. Yeah, I'm impressed with how Boston is looking. Yeah, I have no real life basis for comparison. But it doesn't seem to look bad. I want to try and get low enough to see this bridge. Okay. Hang on, we're in for a little ride.
500.
Whee.
500.
Been simming for 40 years since micropose. A little bit before I started. Alright. Let's see. That's pretty neat. Alright, there's the airport again. We'll steer clear there. Looks like a big shipyard here. Just outside of the airport. Just found Twitch, very cool. Yeah, Twitch is a very interesting platform. You'll find all sorts of categories and different things being broadcasted on Twitch. It's very unique. I'm trying to remember if this is the actual default scenery or if I have a Boston add-on, but I think this is default scenery with just Sim Heaven. I don't think I have any add-on Boston scenery. So for default, I'd say it looks pretty good. Prudential. That might have been a helicopter pad. That might have been landable. The stadium over here. Right here is a stadium. Not entirely sure what stadium. Currently looks like set up for baseball. Fenway Park, Boston Red Sox. Alright, good to know. Cool. We've got some neat little sections of land in the water, kind of offset into the water, like okay. We got 3 relatively tall white chimneys, smokestacks over here. Actually, there's a couple more beside it. Must be some sort of power industrial. Ground scenery level. I think scenery right now is set to max on both machines. An actual ship. Let's go check out that ship real quick. And then we'll get back on course. There's a neat bridge. NYK line. Huh. So that doesn't look like an X-plane ship object. I wonder if that's coming from Sim Heaven. Alright, full power. Let's start making our way down to Plymouth. Never really ever before have I flown this close to Boston. I mean, other than flying into Boston, I've never actually flown around Boston this close before. Or even around the city of Boston up until today. So it's kind of fun. We got a couple windmills down there. Okay, I can confirm that on the chart here. That's a big solar farm. Hey Shirley, why don't you tell us something about the area that we're flying in right now?
You're over the South Shore, heading toward Plymouth. Lots of coastal communities, harbors, and cranberry bogs down that way. Historic area where the Pilgrims landed.
Cranberry bogs, huh? Interesting. What is this? Is this rain? Right, heading indicator to compass. It's looking kind of dark and ominous up ahead. I do hope this weather holds out. Alright, oil situational awareness, suctions in the green, oil pressure, oil temperature look good. We've got good fuel flow. I don't see anything on the annunciator panel. 135, 625. Okay, what airport is this that we're seeing here? Okay, this is closed. Huh. This is a closed airport. KNZW. So it looks like it's still showing up as an, I guess, an active airport in X-plane. It hasn't been marked as closed. So I'll make a note to do that. KNZW. KNZW. South Weymouth. Last updated in 2017. Okay. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, yeah. So we'll go ahead and add this to our list of airports that need to be deprecated. Yeah, it's not often I come across a closed airport while flying, just randomly. But it is still visible as a landmark. Alright, onward. Plymouth is probably 15, 16 miles away, something like that. One 2.725. So I'll need to be talking to. I got that on standby. I wouldn't mind getting out towards the coast. I really want to try and see if we can see this Plymouth Rock. It's literally just like a couple miles northeast of the field. Yeah, like 5 miles. Victor Jr., thank you for the channel follow. Welcome aboard Felicity. My name's Michael. Pleasure to have you. We are currently en route to Plymouth, Massachusetts. Kilo Papa Yankee Mike. So again, I want to thank everyone for coming in and hanging out for a bit this evening, as we did a little bit of a touring of Boston, making our way down to the fly-in for the Virtual USA Flying Club. Yeah. It's been a pretty fun flight so far. Hey Shirley, go ahead and tell us something else about the history of Boston, something you haven't told us yet.
Plymouth's where the Mayflower landed in 1620. Plymouth Rock marks the spot, and there's a replica of the ship you can visit.
There's a replica of the ship, huh? That's cool. Alright, so looks like we're about 8 miles north of Plymouth Municipal. Okay, well, I'm gonna pull up power, start descending. I want to get down here along the coast. Simply because I am curious if Plymouth Rock is actually modeled. I highly doubt it.
Doubt it too, but worth a look.
With our ortho photos, though, we might be able to see some sort of landmark. There should be a rectangle building on the coast. Okay. Very small rectangle building. Small grass patch. See, Oh, see a grass patch just west of it. Small grass patch. Should be a white neoclassical rectangle type building. Okay. See if I can get down here close enough to the shoreline here.
$500.
Further down on the right. Should have a brook next to it. Okay. It's gotta be like right around here, I would imagine. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Alright. Might have to work on putting a building there. Alright. On to Plymouth.
Automated weather observation, Plymouth Municipal. Wind, calm. Visibility more than 10 miles. Sky conditions, view at 2,400. Temperature 0, dew point -2. Altimeter 2,991.
90901.
Automated weather observation, Plymouth Municipal. Wind, calm. Visibility more than 10 miles. Sky conditions, view at 2,400.
Wind is calm, so either runway would be beneficial, probably. So, I don't know. What do we want to do? Runway 24? Yeah, let's do runway 24. Plymouth Municipal Traffic, Skyhawk 80. Plymouth Municipal Traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot, about 4 miles east of the field. Gonna be joining a 45 to grab a left downwind runway 24, full stop, Plymouth. Field elevation 148 feet. Pattern altitude's probably 1,148 feet. We're currently about 1,300 feet. So we're good right here. Okay, 122,725, that is correct. Plymouth traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot is on the 45 to join the left downwind, runway 24 full stop, Plymouth. Plymouth traffic, November 33 Foxtrot, left downwind, 24 full stop, Plymouth. Alright, we are beam the number, show time, power to 1600, carb heat's coming on. Okay, let's pitch for about 80 miles per hour, and grab 10 degrees of flaps. Plymouth traffic, November 33 Foxtrot, turning left base 24 full stop, Plymouth. Flaps 2. Plymouth traffic, November 33 Foxtrot, left base to final approach 24 full stop, Plymouth.
$500.
Short final runway 24.
Looks like we can exit to the right. Yeah, that one was a pretty smooth landing, I think. Plymouth traffic, Skyhawk 8033 Foxtrot, clear runway 24, taxi to ramp Plymouth. And JJ, I figured out what was wrong with the landing rate prediction thing. That chat bot wasn't signed in for some reason, but I took care of that earlier, so that's good to go again. Shiny. Alright. Parking brakes coming on. Avionics gonna go off. Lights off, except our beacon. Mixture lean. Mags to off. Now our master can go off. Now our beacon. G5s. And here we are in Plymouth, Massachusetts. Hey Shirley, thanks for flying along with me today. Hopefully you had a good time. Is there anything that you want to debrief about?
Great flight. Enjoyed the Boston tour and coastal run. Smooth landing to finish. Thanks for having me along.
Alright, Shirley, we'll see you next time. And everyone else, I'll catch back in the hangar.
See you next time. Safe flights.
Alright everyone, I would like to say thank you for coming in and hanging out for a bit this evening. Sorry about that. I was taking a couple of screenshots. That's why the video might have looked kind of funny for a minute there. But this was the 6th annual Thanksgiving Day fly-in for the Virtual USA Flying Club that we participated in today. If you are interested in joining the Virtual USA Flying Club, you can do so using the website, which he might have put the new one here already. Yep, virtualusaflyingclub.org. That'll take you right to the invite link to our Discord server, and then you can join that way. The only thing is you need to be a VATSIM member in good standing in order to join the flying club. But fun event, and then I'll just have to put my details in the event attendance, and yeah, so that is it for me. I want to thank you all for coming in and hanging out. Gonna do something either Monday or Tuesday night. I'm not sure which just yet, but we'll get into something possibly the next leg of our West to East Coast tour. So yeah, let's see who we can go and raid, if anybody, before we say good night. Let's see, is anybody flying here? I might have to try and find somebody completely different. Let's see. There's somebody. We'll go raid this person. I've only raided this channel a couple times. I know most of the content is Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing currently or how long his stream is going to continue to go. But we're going to go and raid the Cool Joe 007 channel. And then again, I want to thank you all for coming in and hanging out today. And I look forward to flying with you in the near future. So until our next unscheduled flight, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. I feel like that's very important. And we will see you all next time. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming in today.